Welcome to Arsenal Studios. This is Learning English with Movies. Today, we're diving into the thrilling and suspenseful world of the Final Destination franchise. We'll also explore a grammar lesson on the third conditional and what-if questions, using examples from the Final Destination films. If you are new here, the goal of this channel is to help intermediate English language students practice and improve their English skills by using movies as the main topic. If you like our content, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. The Final Destination series began in 2000 with the first film directed by James Wong. The premise is simple: a character experiences a terrifying premonition of a catastrophic accident. Premonition, a strong sense that something bad will happen. They stop the event from happening, but death itself then comes back to reclaim each survivor in unexpected and elaborate ways. This theme of inevitability and creative suspense continues through the sequels. Inevitability, the fact that something cannot be avoided. 2003's Final Destination 2 opens with a highway pileup. 2006 Final Destination 3 features a roller coaster disaster. 2009's The Final Destination revolves around a racetrack crash. And 2011's Final Destination 5 begins with a fatal bridge collapse. Each movie follows a group of characters who cheat death, only to face death again in a series of domino effect accidents. Domino effect, a series of events caused by one initial event. The franchise is famous for its inventive death sequences, especially with Rube Goldberg-style accidents with household items. Rube Goldberg-style, complicated, chain reaction machines or events. The franchise is also famous for its suspenseful pacing, as tension builds as survivors keep trying to understand the sequence of events. Despite mixed critical reception, the franchise has a strong fan base and remains a cult favorite in horror circles due to its originality and unexpected kills. Final Destination: Bloodlines, released on May 16, 2025, is the sixth installment in the Final Destination horror franchise. Bloodlines, a family line or ancestry, the line of descent from a common ancestor. Directed by Zach Lipovsky, the film is based on a story co-created with John Watts. The paranormal tale begins in 1968 when Iris Campbell has a horrifying vision of a tower collapse and saves everyone, an event that triggers a curse affecting her descendants decades later. To trigger. To cause something to begin or happen suddenly. College student Stefani, Iris's granddaughter, inherits these terrifying premonitions and returns home to prevent her family's deaths, only to realize that death is pursuing the entire bloodline. Inherit, to receive something from someone after they die, such as property, money, or traits, like abilities or characteristics. Notable cast members include Caitlin Santawana, Teo Briones, Richard Harmon, and Tony Todd in his final appearance as William Bloodworth. With a production budget of $50 million, it went on to gross $259 million worldwide, becoming the franchise's most successful and best-reviewed entry. To gross, to earn a total amount of money, especially in movies or business, before expenses are subtracted. Critics praised its inventive and gory death scenes, especially the grisly MRI sequence, as well as its deeper family-centered plot. Gory, involving or showing a lot of blood and violence. Grisly, causing horror or disgust, often because of gruesome or violent details. Positioned as both a sequel and a sequel-prequel, Bloodlines sets a fresh course for the series while staying true to its signature brand of suspenseful horror and fatalistic storytelling. Before we continue, I would like to invite you to check out our Learning English with Movies book. The Learning English with Movies book was designed for intermediate English language students who love movies and filmmaking. You can practice your English skills by reading about your favorite movies, learn new key vocabulary and grammar, and confirm your comprehension with fun quizzes. The Learning English with Movies book is available for sale on the link below. For more information as well as fun and useful tips and recommendations, you can follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Now, let's practice some useful grammar structures. The third conditional. The third conditional is used to talk about imaginary situations in the past, things that did not happen, but we like to imagine what would have happened if they had. We use the third conditional to talk about missed opportunities, express regrets, imagine different outcomes. Structure. If plus past perfect, would have plus past participle. Examples. If I had studied more, I would have passed the exam. If she had told me, I would have helped her. We use the past perfect in the if clause, and would have plus past participle in the result. In the Final Destination movies, this structure fits perfectly, because characters constantly try to avoid death, and wonder what might have happened if they had made different choices. Let's look at how the third conditional helps us explore the many what-if moments from the Final Destination franchise. If Alex had stayed on the plane, he would have died in the explosion. This didn't happen, he got off the plane. But we're imagining the tragic alternative. If Kimberly hadn't blocked the road, all the drivers would have died in the pileup. Again, we're thinking about a different past, a worse one. If she hadn't seen the vision, they would have ridden the coaster and would have died. Her action changed the future. But the movie still shows us the price of cheating death. If Sam hadn't reacted, none of them would have survived the initial accident. This gives us a chance to practice expressing cause and effect from an unreal past. Using the third conditional helps us reflect on past decisions, explore different story outcomes, practice more advanced English sentence patterns. Let's look at more examples and what-if questions based on the films. What if she hadn't had the vision of the accident? If she hadn't had the vision of the accident, everyone might have stayed on the bus and died. What if they had taken a different road? If they had taken a different road, they would have avoided the crash completely. What if he had warned his friends sooner? If he had warned his friends sooner, they could have escaped death's plan. Thanks for watching. Are you a fan of the Final Destination series and its thrilling what-if moments? Did any character's narrow escape or unfortunate twist of fate leave you thinking about the choices they made? What's your favorite scene that made you say, if they had only done things differently? Share your favorite moments or your own third conditional sentences in the comments below.
You should get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not gonna stop there! No! What are you waiting for? Do it! Just do it! Yes, you can! Just do it!